Indeed, the Orioles are, and they'll try to do it against Lucas Erceg, who finished them off yesterday in his first postseason appearance ever. He pitched an inning in the third of hitless and scoreless relief to earn the save. Greeted by Cedric Mullins, and Erceg missed just inside for ball one. Yeah. Mullins homered for the only Orioles run in this series in the fifth inning. Strike at 99 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's 2 and a 4-seam fastball, that slider, and a changeup as well. Probably his best pitch is that slider. Corner's only hitting 123 off the slider this year.
Broken bat, slow chopper to second. Hampson on to Gurriel for the out. Orioles 2 outs away from their season being ended via a sweep in their first playoff series for the second year in a row. Last year they didn't have to play in the wild card round because they were the division champs. Won 101 games. They were swept by Texas in the division series. Ramon Arias 1 for 3, singled in the fifth against the starter Lugo. Popped up by the Baltimore dugout. Perez doesn't have a play. What a story Erceg is. Started out in the Milwaukee Brewers organization. He was a second-round pick back in 2016. He was a third baseman. Played 4 seasons there. Didn't really hit enough. Didn't play at all in 2020 when the minor leagues got wiped out by COVID. And returned as a pitcher in 2021.
How about that? And not just a pitcher that can hit triple digits. Like, what are you ever doing over at third base if you could throw 100? Just go get on that bump, young man.
You talk about the great acquisitions during the year. Here's a guy who came over from Oakland. Down to third. The Royals are 1 out away from victory as Garcia threw out Arias. The Orioles will get one more swing from their best player, Gunnar Henderson. Quite likely going to finish in the top 5 in the MVP, balloting the Rookie of the Year last year. Henderson doesn't have a hit. 0 for 6 with 2 walks in the 2 games. Swing and a miss. The ball and a strike.
That's just good old-fashioned country hardball right there. My best against yours.
And they're down to their final strike.
That's not fair, is it? 99 up in the zone. He pulled the string. 91 changeup at the bottom of the zone. Now, if you're Gunnar Henderson, you have no idea what's coming.
The pitch. He struck him out. And the Kansas City Royals move on to the division series. This improbable season.
Everything we've seen from Kansas City throughout the regular season, how they get things done. Strong starting pitching. The bullpen came in huge in this series. We saw the defense flash in the glove, left field, second base, and just the timely hitting. Not a ton of it, but enough of it.
7 2/3 scoreless innings from the bullpen in the 2 games.
Yeah, I tell you what, Erceg did it yet again. 23 pitches yesterday, picked up his 11th save as a Royal, and he did it again today.
There's a guy in the middle of the year who was an Oakland A. Not even thinking about getting anywhere near the postseason. Another big acquisition. And the Kansas City Royals, who lost 106 last year, the most ever by a team that made the playoffs the next year. Not only make the playoffs, they march on. And the Baltimore Orioles have lost 10 straight postseason games in a row.
Yeah, this Royal team reminds me a lot of the Texas Rangers. Remember, the Texas Rangers had a lead in the West last year. They stumbled down the stretch, didn't finish strong. And if you look at the Kansas City Royals coming into this, they were 4-9 in their last 13 games. Lost 3 of their last 4 series when the season ended, and yet they come in here and sweep the Baltimore Orioles.
I just love the reaction from Salvador Perez that we just showed. I mean, just the absolute emotion. He has seen everything, the full circle of this entire team. Bobby Witt Jr. gets to continue to play one of the best players in the game.
And credit Matt Quatrero managing in the biggest game of his life. Just his 2nd year as a major league manager at age 50, longtime coach. 5 years prior to his time in Kansas City with Tampa Bay. Learned a lot about ways to maneuver in big games. You know, he made some moves that we questioned, but all it matters is they all worked out.
Yeah, I mean, the 5th inning was the game for me. I mean, the Orioles tied it with Cedric Mullins. He led off with a home run, and then all of a sudden you get a base hit, a walk, and an error on the pitcher, Lugo. So the bases are loaded and nobody out. And yet the Orioles couldn't find a way to push home another run with the bases loaded and nobody out.
It was almost as if the wind went out of their sails a little bit when they couldn't score in the middle innings. They're a team that relies on the home run. Their only run in this series came on a homer. Here's Jeff Passan.
Here with Bobby Witt Jr. and Vinny Pasquantino. Bobby, you just said these shirts don't come around often. What does this win mean to you?
It's just what this team's made of. Just one day at a time, that's our approach, and we just try to control what we can, just try to go one out at a time, 27 times, and that's really all there is to it. This group is special here, and we're not done yet.
Bobby, 2 playoff games for you, 2 RBIs. When you signed with this team in the offseason for 11 years, you envisioned a playoff run like this. What does this mean to the city of Kansas City as well?
This is unbelievable. Like I said, whenever we're in the offseason, when we go to FanFest, we want to make a run in blue instead of red, so here we go now. We're making our run.
And Vinny, you're coming back after missing a month. Your 2nd game back, that 1st inning RBI. How does the thumb feel and how does the swing feel?
Feels great. Both parts of that question feel really good right now. So, yeah, couldn't be happier to be here.
Vinny, you guys get to go this Saturday to Yankee Stadium, face Garrett Cole in Game 1 of the Division Series. What is that experience going to be like for you and this team?
Just keep doing what we're doing. I mean, he keeps saying it all the time. We didn't come this far to come this far. So we expected to come in here and win these games. We did that. Like he just said, too, job's not done. We're going to celebrate this tonight. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to be ready to go on Saturday night.
First playoff appearance for the Kansas City Royals in more than almost a decade. And they're victorious here in Baltimore. Sean, back to you.
Return to Pasquantino, huge, but the